Conceptualism art.
What is conceptual art? Conceptual art is a form of art in which the concept is paramount to the visual or sensory components of the finished artwork. This type of art emphasizes the importance of an idea or concept over technique and aesthetic, largely used to express the abstract. It emerged as a movement in the early 1960s, reaching in the mid-1970s. Conceptual art can look or be nearly anything the artist decides. Unlike other forms of art, it is not defined by physical forms but rather the foundation of a concept that serves as the engine of creating art. What does conceptual means in art? When an artist uses a conceptual form of art, it means that all of the planning and arrangements are made beforehand, and the execution is a shallow process. In conceptual art, the process behind the work is more important than the finished artwork.
History of conceptual art. This category of art emerged as a movement in the early 1960s. However, the influences that led into the moment can be traced back even further. Artists as far back as the early 1960s questioned the boundaries of art. The progression of this questioning influenced and led to the emergence of conceptual art as we know it today. Here's an informative breakdown of this broad category of art and its defining qualities. Now, let's jump into the characteristics of conceptual art. Conceptual art is mainly focused on ideas and purposes rather than the works of art, like paintings, sculptures, and other valuable objects. It is characterized by the use of different media and supports, along with a variety of temporary everyday materials and ready-made objects.
Who is the father of conceptual art? Marcel Duchamp is often known to be the forefather of conceptual art. He is best known for his ready-made works, like Fontaine, the famous urinal that he designated as art in 1917 and that is seen as the first conceptual artwork in art history.
Here are some of the famous conceptual artists. First is Joseph Kosuth, an American artist and theoretician, a founder and leading figure of the conceptual art movement. He is known for his interest in the relationship between words and objects, between language and meaning in art. Second is the Art and Language Group. It is an English conceptual artist collaboration that has undergone many changes since it was created around 1967. The group was founded by artists who shared a common desire to combine intellectual ideas and concern with the creation of art, and included many Americans. The third one is Lucy Lippard. Is an American writer, art critic, activist, and curator. Lippard was among the first writers to argue for the dematerialization at work in conceptual art and was an early champion of feminist art. She is the author of 21 books on contemporary art and has received numerous awards and accolades from literary critics and art associations.
These are some examples of conceptualism or conceptual art. As you can see on the shown pictures, there is one of them you are fondly familiar with. And yes, you are right, it is the picture in the center, which is a type of Dadaism art. 1 and 3 Chairs is a conceptual artwork created by Joseph Kosuth in 1965. It's an iconic piece within the realm of conceptual art. The work consists of 3 representations of a chair, an actual physical chair, a photograph of the chair, and a printed definition of the word chair. Each element represents the idea of a chair in a different way: physical object, image, and language. The physical chair is a real, tangible object, while the photograph captures the chair's visual representation. The printed definition of a chair serves as a linguistic representation of the concept. Together, these 3 elements prompt viewers to contemplate the nature of representation, perception, and the relationship between an object and its various depictions and interpretations. Kosuth's artwork challenges viewers to consider the role of language and representation in art and to question the nature of reality and the ways in which we perceive and understand objects and their meanings. Fountain is a significant artwork that emerged from the Dada movement and was created by Marcel Duchamp in 1917. The piece itself was already made a concept where everyday objects were selected and designated as art. Duchamp took a urinal, signed it with the pseudonym Armat, and submitted it for an exhibition organized by the Society of Independent Artists. The piece was rejected, sparking controversy and discussion about the nature of art and the role of the artist. In 1964, Duchamp authorized replicas of Fountain to be produced. These replicas allowed the artwork to be displayed in various exhibitions and became influential in the development of conceptual art. The ready-made challenged traditional notions of art and questioned the criteria used to define what could be considered in art. Fountain remains a pivotal artwork in art history, known for its subversion and traditional artistic methods and its profound impact on conceptual art and the idea that the concept or idea behind an artwork can be more important than the craftsmanship or traditional aesthetic value. Marcel Brotars was a Belgian artist known for his diverse body of work, which included poetry, films, and visual art. In 1976, he created an artwork titled Casserole and Closed Muscles. This piece is a part of his larger exploration of objects, language, and their meanings. The specifics of Casserole and Closed Muscles as an artwork are not extensively documented, but it's known that Brotars often work with everyday objects, altering their context to provoke new ways of seeing and thinking about them. He had a fascination with transforming mundane items into art objects, using them to comment on consumer culture, language, and the art world itself. In Brotars' hands, objects like the casserole and closed muscles might have been presented in a way that questioned the typical function or significance. He often played with the juxtaposition of elements to challenge viewers' perceptions and provoke contemplation about the nature of art and the meanings embedded within everyday items.
And that is all about our reporting about conceptual art. I hope you learned something. Thank you.